there, Libra. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. Welcome to your reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you already to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So, before we even start the reading, I really would like to say happy birthday and happy belated birthday to all Libras out there who had celebrated your birthday way before I upload this video. I really wish you all the best in life, love, luck, and career. Yes, and all of the abundance coming in your way starting from this year onwards, all right? Anyway, before we even start the reading, for those of you already in my channel, this is going to be a relationship spread, yes? So you can also apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiancé, family members, anyone. I'm basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because for me personally, I realized that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, but probably because my Venus is in the 8th house law with my North Node. I don't really know. But if it doesn't resonate, then it just doesn't resonate, all right? There's so many amazing, talented tarot readers out there for you to just click and watch. So let's talk about the overall energy for the now. You have the Queen of Cups. This was the first card that popped out, and you also have the Five of Swords, and then you have the Star card in reverse. So if you guys are only dealing with one person, the feeling is kind of like quite intense, because a part of you is still very much emotionally available and receptive towards this person. A part of you is still really highly idealizing, and there is this part of you that kind of like sympathize with them, if that makes sense. Like, oh my god, I really like it when you do this. But if you're only doing one person, there might be something that just didn't get into you, that you just, it's like a wish that it was not fulfilled. Like, oh my god, I was expecting so much and turned out to be a disappointment. And I feel like due to the planetary alignment that has been going on these days, because, you know, I cannot lie, you know, the full moon that happens, I think it was a day or 2 days ago, it was really intense for me, up to the point that I really became very neurotic for a day. Like, I literally have to sleep on the ground so that I could ground myself. So yeah, just be aware of that kind of like planetary alignment. Just make sure that, I mean, cutting people off or trying to make your point is okay, but try to do it in a gentler way, so that you wouldn't regret it. Yes. Was challenging this relationship, you have the high, but if you're dealing with two people, there's one particular person that you really want to cut off, because you're like, I'm over and done with you. You make me feel like shit. I'm just so over you. And then there's a particular person that you're really like, oh my god, this person is like really is the best thing that ever happened to me. There's this idolizing type of sense that is coming in from your way, but you guys are a bit kind of like freaking out because you feel like this person is like a little bit too detached or independent. I don't know, there's this independent streak in them that you don't really like about them. This is if you're dealing with two people, yeah? But we'll get into that in the last portion of the reading. What's the overall challenge of this relationship? You have the High Priestess, and then you also have the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords and High Priestess. If you're only doing one person, Three of Swords means that the past arguments or the past hurts that was being done in the past is still shadowing the present moment. And then you also have the High Priestess. High Priestess, when it comes to the overall challenge, it means that somebody's being really has a confirmation bias. So you do have a stalker. This is coming from their side, yeah? So in the past, they were kind of like quite giving into you with the Six of Pentacles, but they also do have a trust issue. So they're like giving, but don't you dare come into my life and don't you dare question me, because I still don't trust you, Libra. So they're trying to stalk you. They're trying to find out information about you because they already have a specific type of thoughts. So for instance, let's just say, for example, they think that you guys are a cheater. So they give to you, but they're not really letting you in because they're trying to make sure that you guys are not cheater. But when they're making sure that you guys are not cheater, they already have a thought in their head that you guys are a cheater. So every information that they receive that does not support the theory that you guys are a cheater, they would not take it into consideration. But every other information that supports the theory that you guys are a cheater, they would put it into their consideration, if that makes sense. So that's that. I feel though they didn't really got what they wanted, because In the now, they're less suspicious, but they're pretty detached in a way that they're like the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is like, in Indonesia we call it halu, meaning that as somebody who has like a lot of imaginations and fantasies. So it's the type of person I would talk about, oh my God, like if I had like a lot of money, I would buy this house, and this house is going to be for us. Oh my God, we're going to do really, really great if we're together. We're going to have beautiful kids. And they're starting talking about a future, but they're not really doing the mundane and practical matters in the day-to-day basis, because they kind of like is independent. So they're focusing on their work a lot of times. And you guys are like, what? Why? You can be talking about all of those stuff, that Three of Wands stuff, because Three of Wands is like this, yeah? It's like wishing upon a star kind of card. Wishing upon a star kind of card. You could be, or even they probably did not say to you, but they're already making that fantasy or imagination inside of their head about what the future is going to be like with you, but they're not really putting that practical or mundane action to make that relationship work. And you guys are like, oh wow, why? You know, like you guys are the Devil card here. So the Devil card, it's not something bad, especially in this particular deck of mine, but it also talks about like a little bit of a strict obsession, because you crave them being close to you, or really like it when you guys talk to one another. You guys really like it when you guys had sex or whatever that is, but there's this kind of like obsession and addiction that you feel when you guys are talking to them, something like that. And so when they're being kind of like quite independent with the Nine of Pentacles, they kind of like throw you off a little bit, and you're just gonna be like, oh, okay, so I'm not gonna be taking that giant leap of faith for you and everything like that. This person is actually going through a process where they needed to find themselves, because they have the Hermit card. They really, really need to take a slow break from everything, like from their work or whatever, even from you, so that they can understand themselves better. So they needed that. I want to clarify something. See, you're dealing with somebody who is very, very independent, and Libras are independent, but this is like a different breed of independent. It's like an Aquarius, or Geminis are not really independent, like Aquarius breed of independent, Sagittarius tapestry, who, okay, I'm in a relationship with you, okay, I'm interested with you, but like you and my work, like this is you, yeah? This is their work, and then they have, this is their family or their friends. You guys are not at the top, so there is no hierarchy in type of in terms of priority, but you guys are parallel. So that's that. And this is the thing that you don't really like about them. It's like, for instance, if you guys are in a relationship with them and you're encountering a problem with their mother, and they're not defending you because you guys are parallel. Nobody is at the top of anybody. You know what I mean? You guys are just parallel. And you want them to take side with you. You want to be prioritized. But this is somebody who just cannot do that. They're just like that. You know what I mean? So you guys are kind of like quite waiting for something to come around with them, in which they will, and they wanted to kind of like solidify this relationship even further, and they want to discuss things with you again, and you're going to be opening up towards them about your emotional feels and everything like that. But for some reasons, you know, because you don't trust them, and then you're still carrying the hurt that was done in the past into the present and also in the future. I feel like you guys are going to kind of like quite walking away and distancing themselves. So in other terms, I think the table will turn, because now they're kind of like quite distant and everything like that. In the future, you guys are going to be the one that is distant, but it's because of a different thing. You guys are just because, oh my God, I'm just so tired, and then you cannot seem to, you know, put out that thought of her that they caused you. So that was one of the things that's going to lead you to kind of like slowly distancing yourself away from the situations, and also at the same time you're trying to communicate something here with them. So you're being cold towards them because you're trying to convey a message implicitly here. Okay, so that is if you guys are only dealing with one person. Okay, if you guys are a single and you're over and done with this person and you're looking for somebody new, I feel like it's kind of like quite similar with Taurus reading that I just did. I think in terms of 1 to 2 weeks from now, it's not really a good time for you to be dating around or jumping straight into a relationship, because there's somebody who is going to be interested in a relationship with you. At the first thought, you might like it, but then I feel like you guys are going to be like, nah, it's not as beautiful as I imagined. I don't think I really want this type of energy. Okay, Libra? So if you guys are only dating one person and if you guys are single, your reading ends here. So now we're moving forward to the 2 people scenario. All right. So person A is somebody who you've been dealing with ancient times. You know, you might be dealing with them from 500 BC or something, because it's a long time of person. And this person is stalking the hell out of you. This person, although you have recovered from the pain and the hurt of this relationship, but they're still there. Their energy is still present, ever present with you. You miss them sometimes here and there. In the past, there comes person B. Person B was somebody who gives who is a giver, who is a generous giver. And with this person, with person B, you feel so happy collectively. You know, you have that 10 of Cups. But then person B started to focus much more on their independence, started to focus much more on their work. I know something about you, and then now you guys are pretty, I'd say Hello Kitty. That's how we say it in Indonesia. But you guys are pretty sensitive this month, because you have that Queen of Cups. So at a time where you don't feel too independent and you want to spend time with somebody who give you that emotional toss, yes, and then just cuddling and then talk and stare deeply into each other's eyes and something like that, person B is focusing so much on their work that it kind of like makes you like, oh, why? You know, it kind of like makes you want to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Well, because the planetary alignment somehow just kind of like makes you to be the Queen of Cups this month. It is what it is, okay? Because if this were to happen probably in March or whatever, if you're meeting this person and this person was independent as fuck and everything like that, it won't bother you. But the thing is that in the now, it bothers you so much because your energy is the Queen of Cups. Yes? And then with person B, you're not going to take that giant leap of faith. And then in the future, this person wants to solidify a relationship with you with the Hierophant card here. You might be dealing with a Taurus, but with this person, you're like the Six of Swords. You're like, okay, I might want to do it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm not sure, because the last time you were being generous to me and then 2 weeks later you're focusing on your work, like I'm not sure with you. So you're going to be kind of like quite uncertain with this person. So, and then we move back to person A, who you've been dealing with since ancient times. You've been dealing with ancient times. So this person, I feel like the full moon that was happening 2 to 3 days ago really affected them in some ways, because they think of you, they thought of you, you know, and then you feel it because you have the Sun card in reverse. You're like, oh my God, like this person, I really thought I was over this person, but then I felt their energy. And it was really heavy, it was really draining, and you kind of like misses them, and it's not helping because person B, the newer person, is, you feel, you know, like this person is not giving you what you wanted and everything like that, right? So in the future, person A is going to be considering to do something about you. There is 60% chance that they might do something, like they might reach out or they might do something to you, because they have the King of Wands and Four of Wands. When I try to ask, is this person going to come around? It's a yes, so 60% yes. And you're going to be opening up to them again because you have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I think one of the reason why you might be reconsidering the newer person is because the old person, the ancient person, is coming back, and you guys are opening up towards them, and you like the familiarity of them. You feel like it's so easy to be talking about everything with them because of the familiarity that is going on. Okay. Right, so I think that's it for my reading for you, Libra. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I really hope that you guys have a really, really great week ahead. All right, bye-bye. I love you.